touch mine.
Hello everyone and welcome back. This will be game number 2 of Liquid Taeja versus StarTale Life on map Polar Night. This is from DreamHack Winter of 2013. This is the Grand Finals best of 7. Of course, I already did a casting over game number 1, which Liquid Taeja pulled away with a macro game. And here we will see match number 2 getting underway here on Polar Night. In the top left we see the blue Terran Liquid Taeja, and on the bottom right here, spawning as our red Zerg, we see StarTale Life. And if this is anything like last game, I would be really surprised to see something like that, because last game we did see it was on a 4-player map, and both players decided to go a heavy macro style, long drawn out game. But this is a 2-player map, and we should probably see some aggression coming out here. And we do see a SCV coming out. I expect this to be a proxy, because scouting this early in a two-player map would kind of be unnecessary. Usually if you open a Reaper or something like that, that'll leave you plenty of time to scout what the Zerg is doing. But yes, here we see Liquid Taeja throwing down an early barracks, proxying a barracks on the other side of the map. We do see the scout coming out from Life, trying to see what Taeja is doing. When he gets to his base and realizes the worker count and that there is no barracks, he should see that something's up. What is this? Probably gonna... Okay, well, it looks like he's actually going for a hatchery here on the natural of Taeja. This is really surprising by me. He didn't even check up the ramp first to spot for a barracks or anything. He thinks, of course, it's out of Taeja's style to go for something like this, so he just immediately, assumed that there would be a barracks up here somewhere and went ahead and threw down a hatchery. So both players here going for a more cheesy style. Gonna see quite an interesting game. We'll have to see which player has the better cheese up their sleeves. But this second barracks does get canceled here for Taeja. And as he does get in the base and scouts and sees that there is no hatchery, he has to know something's up now. Each player knowing that something's up. Overlord here by Life, as he does see the barracks and knows that he is getting proxied. Of course, Taeja not seeing the hatchery in his base yet until just now. The SCV scouts. Drone's trying to deny any information here from this SCV. Doesn't want to let this SCV get a bunker down. That's why those 2 drones probably chased it. Drones coming off the line here, going to try to get the surround on this Marine. Oh, locking it in the corner, and they do get the surround. That is huge there, as that second barracks was canceled. The Marine production is going to be very low with only 1 barracks. And he is going to be forced to retreat here to try to harass that hatchery, or at least save his own base here. We'll go back to all here. So I feel like Taeja's in quite a sticky situation right now. I mean, he scouted this a lot later than StarTale Life scouted Taeja's cheesy opener, and now he has Marines that are just getting caught out on the map, not fighting that Zerg in there. Could have taken it down if he would have turned a little bit earlier, but looks like the Zergling will kill him. And now we get to see these Zerglings popping out here. Will they be able to take on all these Zerglings? Queen popping out now, 2 more Zerglings, and it looks like these Marines are going to be chased back and killed. So Taeja being really cost ineffective here, and now the creep starts to be spread. This is going to be really annoying, because if Taeja does hold off this early aggression, he's still going to have to expand sometime if he wants to keep up the economy that Life will have. And with these creep tumors being here, he's going to have to waste scans. First of all, he's going to have to kill the hatchery. Second of all, he's going to have to be killing these creep tumors if he ever wants to expand on that natural location. We do see 2 spine crawlers going down here for Life. And the creep spread just continues here. Overlord is getting shot here, but will not be picked off, of course. See 2 barracks being thrown down in a factory. Across the map here, of course. Really actually smart play, methodical play here by Taeja, landing the barracks on the natural of Life, blocking him from at least creating his own natural, as the drone is coming down to build it, but will be greeted by that barracks. Spine Crawler's slowly inching up here, and we know that since Spine Crawler's outrange bunkers, if he can keep vision of that up there, of the high ground, he'll be able to slowly but surely take down this bunker and the Marines. Barely in range there of those Marines, but does back it up. Taeja trying to do some micro here up and back before those Spine Crawlers can get buried, but he is wasting quite a lot here. Has to keep SCVs off the line, and this supply depot is going to go down, which will later allow those Lings to get in his base. And this is a really sticky situation for Taeja. But he does have a siege tank now. If he can get that sieged up, that'd be really good for him. Of course, SCVs being pulled on this marker, barely keeping alive, killing creep tumors and going back in. Great micro here by Taeja, but will it be enough? Really needs to get that tank sieged, I feel like. Does sieged up as the second tank is on the way. But also he's having to keep so many SCVs back to repair here that he's really falling behind in economy also. And of course we do see the natural base going down for Life here, so all in all it looks like Life's in a great situation if he can keep slowly peeking up with these spines. And he does rush in with the Zerglings here, going to try to get us around on some of these Marines, but they do get in the bunkers immediately. SCVs help and repair. Looks like they will be able to take out these spines. This siege tank just back here doing work, just constantly firing shells into these Spine Crawlers and Queens. Of course, Life also mining off this base now, so Taeja does feel confident in his forces now and decides to peek out, but doesn't want to get surrounded by these Zerglings here. Luckily he does have a good choke there, able to hold back that small push. Taeja, of course, does have sight of all that's going on here, but he can't do anything about it. He's trapped in his base. I think the best thing for him to do right now would actually be to push out with some SCVs like he's doing, to actually get a siege up. I feel like Taeja doesn't like to siege. I guess he likes that mobility of those tanks, and I mean, I would prefer to siege, but I guess I'm not the professional player here. So he does go in here. Looks like he wants to kill that hatchery, but again, even if he does kill this hatchery here, which he eventually will do, he has so much creep tumors to also kill, and the Lings get in the base. Oh no, it's going to take out any few SCVs that he does have back in his base. I feel like that's a positive sacrifice there for Life. We will see that this does get cleaned up, but those Lings just now finally going down. Of course, Taeja does have a strong little force here. You know, 3 siege tanks and some Marines. If he did want to push it this time, it wouldn't be bad, I don't feel like, but there are more Lings out on the map. Of course, they do have speed there, and they would be able to surround these tanks if their tanks aren't careful here. Killing any larvae that he can, trying to clean up some creep tumors. Here back in his base, we see that he doesn't even have the money to put any add-ons on these barracks. He just has to constantly produce single units out of there. He does kill a creep tumor, 1 left in his base here. We'll have to clean that up if he ever wants to expand here, but we do see the flank coming around from these Zerglings. Will they get in his base here? Will Taeja spot it? Does spot a good map awareness there by Taeja. Hellions are out on the map, and of course that is a strong force. We'll clean those Zerglings up very easy. Let's see what he's doing behind this to counter something. Looks like he does have Spine Crawlers going down in the front and a Roach Warren. And pulling the boys here, it looks like. Liquid Taeja pulling the boys, so he is going to want to go for a push here to try to finish the game. He knows that he took so much economic damage there early on that if he doesn't push, he'll eventually fall so far behind economically that there is no way for him to get back into the game. So I feel like this is a smart move from Taeja if he can pull this off. He does have SCVs there to repair, but it looks like Zerg does have mobility here. Going to try to sneak in some Zerglings in the main base, but Liquid Taeja holding back any forces that he does have, probably going to lift that depot up. So he is pushing here, but the Roach Warren is finished for Life, so if he could possibly get out a few more Roaches, he should be able to hold this. Here goes the push that we're talking about. Marines up in the front taking a lot of the damage, but Siege not going down on these tanks. I feel like right now would be a great time to Siege and hold this Zerg in his position that he's in, but decides not to Siege. Zerglings coming in from behind, drawing the attention of these tanks, letting these Roaches do as much work as they can. Drones coming off the line. And the Roaches just picking away here at these tanks. Great timing on those Roaches to get out. Picking up 2 tanks, and it looks like it's not just going to be enough here for Liquid Taeja to even make this push work. Blue Flame Hellions, of course, not doing any damage to these Roaches. And, of course, having no natural base behind this. This is a really bad position here for Taeja. And it looks like it's going to be the game there. StarTale Life coming out with Game 2 victory here over Liquid Taeja. Really playing that early style well on this 2-player map. Thank you all for watching.